Hello, hello. What's going on, Yakima? Dan Wise over at Wise Media Group. This is just a unexpected live stream to show a little bit about our studio, what we got going on over here, and give everybody a few minutes. Anybody that wants to join in that might be watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can check us out in both areas. We kind of want to talk about what we got going on this week, and we had a really, really good event last Thursday. We did our business spotlight Thursdays where we have businesses come in, and it's kind of like a speed dating rounds. You ever seen that online before where they do like the speed dating? Kind of similar where we have businesses come in to showcase their business. So we do it from 10 to noon every Thursday, 10 a.m. to noon every Thursday. And the idea is let businesses come in, spend a few minutes, talk about what you got going on. We pull up your social media up on the shared screen, share your links, and hopefully we can keep sharing local business. But we've been getting people asking questions about like, well, what's your studio like? How many people can fit in there? So I thought I'd give you guys a little bird's eye view of the studio. So you can see me sitting over here in the corner. I did that far away shot just so you could kind of see some of the studio, but also we've got this is the widescreen angle of the actual podcast desk. So we bounce back and forth from that, and then we've got the wherever the individuals are going to be sitting. So it's kind of cool. We have a engineer that's here doing kind of what I'm doing right now on the days of shooting. So if you're interested, if you have a local business in Yakima and you would like to come in and talk about what you got going on, let me pull up the business spotlight Thursdays link and you can see it. This is what the page looks like. This is what you'll be filling out. And if you would like, there's a link in the description of this video on YouTube and Facebook. So if you would like to put your business in to come in Thursday, there you go. You should see that link right in there. There you go. And the link's also in the description of the video. So that will be fun. We had a lot of fun this last Thursday. Last Thursday was our first one, and I wasn't really expecting that kind of a turnout, but we had more people than what we knew what to do with. This week, we've got some really cool businesses coming in. And I think we're going to try to keep this business kind of situated to restaurants. And the reason why we say restaurants is I thought it'd be fun if you're interested and you live in the area and you want to come eat for free. You can come into the studio on Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll be here from 10 to noon. And the local businesses that are coming, the local restaurants that are going to be coming in this Thursday, they're going to bring in food with us. So you guys can try their food and give like a real-time review. We're also going to be sharing that on our Facebook page, 509 Eats, which I should have had that up, but I don't. Also, anybody that's interested that we're starting to take on some advertisers going into this new year now that our channel's growing as we were hoping. Part of the way that we hope to make the bills here, because this has been a passion project to this point. But if you're interested in promoting and advertising on some of our videos, if you have like a commercial or you want us to make a little commercial for you, and you want to sponsor some of the upcoming videos, we've got some really cool videos coming up, some cool stories, some really shocking stories of some tragic stories. We have a young lady who served quite a few years in the Army. She came from a very broken home. She was molested, she was raped, she was abused. And on her 18th birthday, she basically hauled ass to the Army. She became a Black Hawk Down helicopter flight. And she went through quite a bit of abuse in the Army. She came in the studio and she kind of shared her story with me in person so we could see if it would be a good fit for the channel. And we do like to showcase how people overcome adversity, dealing with the negative. Everyone's going through some crazy shit right now, as we all know. So I thought it'd be pretty interesting to be able to share those types of stories. So stuff like that, if you're interested in sponsoring any of those videos, there's another link in here, which I'll pull up right now and drop it in the comments. Hold on a second. All right, there you go. It's in the live stream right there. It's also in the description of the video. So if you want to do that, it looks very similar to the other form that we ask you to fill out. It looks just like this one. Just some basic stuff. name of your business or other. If you want to, if you want to start your own podcast, you can also do that. So this is kind of designed for submitting information to become a sponsor, or if you want to like start your own podcast. If you want to start your own podcast, we can help you facilitate that. It's just ask you some real basic information. We don't get into any finances. We kind of deal with that on a one-on-one situation, depending on what you need, what your budget is. We pretty much got something for everybody out there that might be interested. But the podcast, I think we have the only real studio in the area, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody's in there watching right now, if you can let me know. If anybody else has a video podcast studio in the area, I'd be interested. When we tell people we do podcasts, I think sometimes like, oh, you're probably out of your house doing, which is nothing wrong. We all started somewhere. We all started out of our house, but we've got some pretty decent, we got state-of-the-art equipment. We're using, we got a Zoom P8 pod track. We're using a Blackmagic design. We're running it on a Mac Mini. The microphones that you see over here, like those microphones right here, those are Shure SM7Bs. Same microphones that Joe Rogan uses. If that matters. I don't know that it does, but I've been so blessed coming here to Yakima from like the South Florida area. It's been so embracing and so welcoming to somebody new coming in here. We've only been open since I guess June of this year is when we opened our studio. I did have a studio in Florida, but it was Florida's a tough market. So is Yakima, and I guess nothing is easy. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. But it is a big stress. It's a very stressful leaving a very lucrative career that you're not really in love with to go do what you love to do, but you got to find a way to make money with what you love. And that's what we've been focusing on here. We've been doing a lot of interesting stories. And we cover everything from political topics, comedy, tragedy stories, business entrepreneurs, artists that want to come in and showcase what they're doing in the area. If you have a really cool story and you think other people would benefit from hearing your story, we would love to have you come in the studio and share it. We also, we started a new segment, The Streets of Yakima, Homeless and Addicted, where we go out and we interview individuals living on the street, kind of hearing from them as to how they got in that situation to begin with. And then hearing from some of the industry leaders in the same space, like Camp Hope and Union Gospel Mission, kind of hearing their take on it. And, it always doesn't seem like it all adds up. But hopefully, if after interviewing enough individuals, we can kind of find out what needs to really happen to fix some of these issues that are going on. But if you want to come in and showcase your business for free, every Thursday, we're doing a business spotlight Thursday, where you come in, we talk about your business, show what you're doing. It's like a little 5, 10, maybe 15-minute interview where you're sitting at the table. We'll ask you some questions. You'll send us your social media and whatnot ahead of time. And by doing that, that's going to be over when you fill out this form over here, which if you do want to come in and do your business, talk about your business, you do have to go over here and fill this form out. It's basically asking your name, your business name, business address. We want to make sure that you're a local Yakima business. Nothing against businesses out of the area, but we're trying to keep it local. So your business phone number, your socials, like if you have a website, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, things like that, when your business was created, type of services, your email, making sure your business deals mostly in Yakima. And then you'll give us like a little statement, what is most important for Yakima to know about your business? These are things. And then being here 15 minutes early, that's always huge. And for those of you that don't know where we're at, we are in the Larson building, downtown Yakima. If you don't know where it is, just look it up on Google, that amazing thing called Google. It's right across the street from Cowiche Canyon. That was such a hard name for me to remember because I love going over there. They have some of the best food, at least to my taste. And my buddy's like, just remember the word cow, itchy, like an itchy cow, Cowiche Canyon. So that's how I remember Cowiche Canyon. You can use that one for the kids. We had a great turnout for the Grinch Who Stole the Christmas podcast. So thank you everybody who volunteered and donated time for that. We had an awesome sponsor that threw in some money on there. So that was fantastic. You guys have been real. This has been a real welcoming community. So I really, really appreciate everything you guys have done. But again, this video, we had some people ask us like where our studio is, how big is the studio? How many people can we fit in there? And actually, even though there's only 2 microphones on this podcast table right now, you can't really see the side. Let me see if you can see the sides of the table. You can't, but on the edges of the table, We have other wires that are ran. You can't see them because they're ran in tubes, but we have additional space to add 2 additional microphones, so we can actually have 4 people at the podcast table, plus a producer. We don't like doing that many people because it kind of loses its intimacy. So having 2 or 3 people at a time is great. And so we've got what's it called? Grannon Films. If you guys haven't, or if you're not familiar with Grannon Films, Kate Rodriguez and Brooke, I forgot Brooke's last name, but they are starting their new season of their podcast, and they're actually going to be working with Wise Media Group. They're going to be renting our studio every Monday and Thursday, where they're going to be doing several episodes so they can get all their episodes done for the 2024 calendar year of podcasting episodes. And their podcast is all about filmmaking, script writing, movies. We actually had them on our channel, and let's pull up our YouTube. I can show you. And this is a little here. I'll show you this just so you can see. This is a little taste of what last Thursday's Business Spotlight Thursdays look like for those of you that are curious. Give you a little sample. And as you can see, during the live stream in real time, we're able to share your social media. So yeah, it's a little taste. If you want to watch any of the full episodes on that, let me go ahead and let's go. Here we go. Drop the link in the description of this. All right, there you go. I just dropped the link to that video, and we interviewed, I think, 4 business owners on that day, which was a lot of fun. And Eric's already brought me a lot of business. Eric's a great go out and getter, man. I think he said your network is your net worth, or your net worth is your network, because he's a big networker. He's a big fan of going to like B&I meetings, networking meetings. And if you're a business owner or entrepreneur and you're not doing those kind of things and you're not where you want to be, you have to get out there. Not everybody is a super people person, but you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone, do things that are uncomfortable, because complacency is a killer. When you get too comfortable in a situation, that's when the rug gets yanked out from underneath you, and you never know. That's when you can fall on some hard times. Lance Tormey from KIT Radio, he's going to be actually coming in again, but this time he's going to be interviewing me. We're going to share a little bit of my story, how I got here, some of the hurdles I went through. There's a little story with a prison sentence involved. There's a drug addiction involved. Almost homeless at one point. So a lot of people, they don't know these things about me, especially being new to the area. There's like, oh, who's this guy from Florida down here opening up studios? I've put in some work, and it's going to be real fun to kind of share that timeline of how I got to this point and some of the sacrifices and decisions I had to make in order to do this. And I continue to make sacrifices every single day, and I still make a lot of stupid choices and a lot of stupid decisions. But if you're doing a little bit better today than you did yesterday, and your plan is to do a little bit better tomorrow than you did today, I think a lot of good things will happen. Everybody looks for motivation, right? Everybody wants to find a way to be happy, and And it's not always easy. There's a lot of negative shit out there in the universe right now, on TV. Everything you watch on TV is some kind of negative impact. It's some crazy reality show where we're engulfed in other people's lives and we're not paying attention to our own lives. We're neglecting our pets, we're neglecting our kids. So sometimes having a little clarity and, a nice slap to the face, not literal, or maybe literal, depends who you are, but sometimes kind of putting your feet in some really, really cold water, you realize that in order to really to hit that level of success, and I don't mean necessarily success defined by how much money's in your pocket. I mean success by how your mind feels, how you wake up in the morning in a good mood, if you go to bed in a good mood. It really has a lot to do with the energy and the effort that you put into it. And for me, little simple things like doing the dishes before I go to bed and making my bed when I wake up in the morning. Both of those are positive actions that create positive endorphins in your brain, and it kind of spills over into your next action. So if usually when you do something positive, there's a sense of accomplishment tied to that can really create a better chance to have a better day. And sure, you're going to have shitty days and bad days, but the whole goal, I think, at least for me, is to not dwell too much in the negativity. Like we got these damn con artists running around Yakima, pretending to raise money for some child with brain cancer, which is a complete fucking scam. And you've got some goofy guy on Facebook who's saying, leave him alone. You're just mad that he's out there hustling. It's like, come on. Why would anybody be okay with somebody coming into your community and causing and taking people's money? You see somebody holding a sign that says raising money for a little girl with brain cancer. You might kind of think that's true, but then you see people that are in there making fun of that and saying, well, they're stupid for giving the money. I don't really think that person thinks that. As a matter of fact, I think that guy's having a bad day and he's just online venting, looking for aggravation. Because I bet he wouldn't come into the studio and try to support some POS that's out here driving around holding up signs to raise money for a little girl that either doesn't exist or he has no idea who she is. It's one of the two. We took pictures of his license plate and we called the cops while he was there. And when the cops ran the plate, they said it's a fake tag. It comes back to nothing. So I don't think any legitimate person would run and get in their car and haul ass if they were doing, God's work. Which tells me, all the more reason. And Lance Tormey's been reaching out to me. Kenton Gartell's been reaching out to me, telling me these people are out there doing it. So, we're going to start a vigilante group, vigilante Facebook, Vigilantes of Yakima. We're all going to put on our Batman suits and we're going to go do what, the police don't have the time or the means to do at this point. But it's getting to a point where our community, and, I've only been here less than a year, but I'm part of this community now. I'm embracing my inner Yakiminian. And, I want to see the community have a chance of doing better, keeping business local if possible. We've got an awesome studio right here in the Larson building. We've got you can't really see our views out these windows, but like that window right there, it's got a great view of Yakima. I see the mountains, but it's dark here now. So it gets dark so early here. That's the only thing that I struggle with, of how dark it gets in Yakima so fast. So that's enough ranting for tonight. But this creates my positive endorphins. Just doing this puts me in a better mood. So I'm going to probably hop off here and skip my way home. Hope everybody has a great evening. Everybody have a happy and safe New Year's Eve, all that fun stuff. And look forward to next Thursday where we do Business Spotlight Thursday. We're going to try to focus this one on restaurants. So we're going to try to do themes every Thursday to give everybody a shot. Thanks, guys. I'm Dan Wise Media Group, people helping people, communities method, one day at a time. Please, if you get a chance, hop over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share, and give our channel owner over at Facebook, Tony White, a big shout out for starting Talk Yakima and growing that Facebook group. That's where we're going to be posting a lot of our Thursday Spotlight business ventures. It's going to be exclusively on that group. So if you haven't joined that group, go tell all your friends. Go join Talk Yakima Facebook group. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. Peace.